Welcome in, everybody. So today we are doing a workout plus a sword stream. So basically what we're going to be doing, a sword stream, is we're not going to be using this inside, obviously, for safety of not only the house, but of ourselves. But we are going to do some workouts that will work out the muscles specifically that we need for using a sword, right? So we have, and what we will be using today are some weights. Now mine are 10 pounds on each side, so we'll be using that. Those are quite heavy. And then what I have here is one that is lopsided, so it simulates a heavy sword. And what we will be doing with that is we will be practicing techniques with. So that's what we'll be doing today. And thanks for joining in. If you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm going to adjust us down now because we're going to be sitting on the floor, and we're going to do this on the floor because no need to really stand for it right now. So here, let me adjust us. And so essentially what we're going to be doing is, for now, we're going to be sitting down because we're just going to be doing some other exercises. Now you can use whatever weights you want. This is what I used to use every single day. But also another thing is you want to do some push-ups, some crunches, and you always want to kind of stretch as well, chat. Don't ever work out without stretching and all that good stuff because you don't want to get hurt. There we go. And bring you guys down a bit more so you guys can see a little better. So really, I'm just going to be stretching out here for a minute. Really all I'm doing here, chat, is just doing some minor stretches for a bit. It's very important to not get hurt. Alright, I think I'm good for now. And so what we're going to start doing here, chat, is we're really just going to be moving our things up. We're just going to be pumping iron here a bit. That's what we're going to be doing. Now we're just going to do enough to not wear us out. Now you always want to make sure that you evenly do the right number on both sides. Alright. And you want to do this every day if you can. I can already tell how out of shape I have been since I've been so lazy the last few years. Alright, chat. So we're going to take a quick little rest, set, drink some water, which I have over here. Always make sure you have water when you're working out. Now you don't want to overstress yourself and make yourself too tired all at once. Never a good idea. And in fact, what I used to do is I would watch anime while I worked out. So I would watch, I'd do my exercises while I'm watching an episode, maybe take a quick break for half an episode, come back, do more. But obviously we're not going to be doing that today because, well, we can't stream that, so. But I'm just really getting our routine down here. And so another thing that we're going to be doing is just some regular, like ankle exercises. You need those. As a swordsman, you really need those. And so what we're going to be doing now is a really easy one here, chat. You're just going to stand up and you're just going to keep doing that. Some ankle exercises. Go all the way up and then come down. I'm going to move over because there's a creek here. But it's not that bad, chat. It's not that bad. And this not only works out like but it also works out your calves as well, which is good. I can already feel the burn, chat. Already feel the burn. Now you don't want to do it too much, again, because we're going to need to be able to use our legs later. So we're just going to take another rest here. But how you guys doing, chat? You guys following? And we'll do some more of these at some point. What's special about today is that I just don't work today. So I had some extra time to actually do this. And once we're done in here, chat, we're just gonna go outside and then we're gonna practice with our swords. And basically what we're gonna do is the same thing as we were doing with this. We are gonna be doing form practice. But that's what we're going to be doing. And, you know, we'll go from there. But I have a feeling that I will not last that long this time because I am several years out of shape here for this. And which is why I wanted to get back into it. And I figured, why not make it a stream, right? If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I mean, just throw them out there right now, chat. And really, we are just gonna, this is what we're gonna be doing, chat. Just this right now. Just gonna keep rinsing and repeating until we feel a little bit tired, and then we're gonna rest, keep going, and then we're gonna head outside and do that. But make sure that you always have some water with you, chat. Always. Sorry about that, chat. Just bringing my phone up a little bit closer here so I can actually see it. And we're just cooling off just a tiny bit here. Give ourselves another minute or so. Put on some music, whatever. That's what you should be doing. That's what I should be doing right now. I mean, honestly, I'd be listening to Rustage right now if I could. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. I'd put that on in here. But I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, so I'm just not going to attempt it. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing? So right now we're just kind of cooling off after our little workout here, and we're going to get right back into it again. So essentially what we're doing is we are working out our arms and our legs, and we are going to be doing some technique training with some weights as well, because doing that is good for your form. It can build a lot of good muscle for what you're looking for your specific type of sword that you are using. And you just want to build only the muscles that you really need. If you build too many muscles, especially ones you don't need, it makes you too heavy. So, yeah. You don't want to be too heavy. You just kind of want just the muscles you need and keep going from there. Oh, I gotta turn my notifications off here, chat. I know they're coming in. Alright. So, we're back to it again now, chat. I feel good. And I like to switch every set. That way my other arm gets a chance to cool down. Because then we're going to be back to pretty quickly. I like to do it pretty rapidly, chat. And essentially this is how you want to do it when you first start off. So again, just do some of these things, you know, I mean, do some push-ups if you want. Put your ankle exercises for your calves as well, because those are really good. And we're about to go do those again. And by what I mean by ankle ones is you just move up and down. It's nothing special, nothing crazy. Just move up and down. That gets your whole calves here, along with your ankles. Just strengthen them up. Yeah, I got a squeak in the floor here, chat. Oh, we don't have one here. That's good. All right. Just kind of air yourself out here. Get your little flow momentum going. which is really important when you're doing like martial arts in general. Chat. And stretching is always a must. Always a must, chat. All right. So we're gonna drink some more water here, chat. And then we're gonna go ahead and start doing some of those weighted sword techniques. And so essentially what you're gonna do with this is you're just gonna use your techniques and you're gonna go slow like you're using it, right, chat? So you wanna bring it up and around how you would if you're going to parry, and you're just gonna move same way that you would. And you're just going to repeat this. And it's going to give you the muscles you need for those specific moves. But you want to do it kind of slow, right? You don't want to do it fast, because then you're not getting the full weight of it. And because I'm a dual swordsman, I do it both ways. Both hands. Now generally with your offhand, you're just going to be blocking or maybe attacking sometimes. Now this can get pretty tiring, Chad, so when you get tired, just give yourself a break, because you're also working out your legs here. And you're also working out your footwork form as well. So you're practicing your pivots, your everything. All right, we're gonna take another quick little break here. Drink some water. This is our first time back doing this in years. So, not in the greatest of shape here. But that's the whole purpose of this, chat, is to be back into shape so that we can do this every day. I used to do this every single day, chat. No excuses. 3 hours. I would stretch, do all of these exercises here and more that we're not doing today. I've told you that we're doing them, so I mean, work out your abs by doing crunches, doing some push-ups, although we're kind of covered with these for today. And again, just doing this all the time will give you what you need to be able to use a real sword. Now this one is a machete. It's not as heavy, right? It's not the point. It's not the point. The point is to make it feel as light as possible. That way you can go as fast as possible. And you always want to, when you first start off sword training, never use a real sword, ever. In fact, I would recommend never picking it up for at least 5 years of actual wooden sword training. Because it can be extremely dangerous. Like this one that I have here is extremely sharp. If I were to even just touch this blade right here, even a little bit, razor, it'll slice down a lot of my finger. Very dangerous. You guys have any questions? We're just kind of cooling down and drinking here, so if you guys have questions, now's the time. I mean, really, we're just going to rinse and repeat this probably 1 or 2 more times, and then we're going to go out, and then we're going to do actual outside, because I'm not going to do it inside. That's not good for the house. It's also not good for us in case something happens. And today, I'm not sure if we will use our real swords. Maybe, we might. I'll bring them just in case, but in fact, you know what? I could just show you guys some of my other weapons as well. And I will be right back and grab them for you guys. I do have quite a collection here. And I do have one more, but it's kind of hard to get to. I will show it to you guys on another stream. It is pretty sweet. And so I do have a katana that I got at a fair a long time ago. And this is easily one of the best, cheapest swords I've ever had. It's also very cool. Kind of a serpent around a skull hand, clutching like a, I don't know, like some sort of crystal ball or something. And you know what? This is one I've trained with for a long time. It's not particularly the greatest, but I mean, honestly, I've accidentally hit it on a lot of things, and it holds up still perfectly. So, I mean, I never had an issue with this, and I've actually sharpened it myself with some of those B-locks. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. They're just sharpeners. They're just little hand ones. And you know what, they work pretty great. But yeah, so you can see it has the Hamon on it. Maybe. Yeah, you can see it a little bit, but it's there. And it's a pretty nice sword, honestly. This one gave me a lot of calluses just due to the fact that this is all ridged, so it was pretty interesting. Yeah, I had to go to the hospital because I almost burnt my leg off one time, chat. And I was in the hospital for so long, all my calluses came off. and it was disgusting. It was like a whole glove hand. Like I could have put it back on. It was so bad. It was pretty gross. But yeah, it's pretty well balanced. I like it. Even after hitting it on stuff, like everything is still intact. I've had this thing for like 16 years at least, and it's pretty nice. I really like it actually. It is actually one of my favorite swords, and believe it or not, it was only $25, and it is easily one of the best, cheapest swords that I've ever had. It really is. I mean, you can see that I've practiced with this quite a bit. I actually have to replace some of these pieces because I've worn it down by doing draw techniques and stuff. So it doesn't actually stay in anymore because, well, I practiced with it so much that the plastic is worn down. And I got this from a buddy of mine, which is pretty awesome. So I basically got this for free. I don't remember who makes it. Yeah, let's see here. No, it doesn't say. It just says it's an XL 1252, whatever that means. It's a Tomahawk. I guess if we look up Tomahawk, we'll be able to find it. But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not sharp or anything, but it is cool. If you were to sharpen it up, it would be pretty fun to deal with. I always think of it as like predator claws. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then I have these ones right here. This is a Master Cutlery Interceptor, which is actually really sweet, and these are really good. These are actually pretty sharp. I kind of want to sharpen it even more though, because it is still a bit dull. But you could definitely do a lot with this. I mean, it's easy, and you can just, but it's also easy to be hit by yourself. So that's only one concern right there. But I just think it's pretty cool. So it's basically just a piece that sits on my wall. And I think I definitely showed you the Gladius here. And this is just a cold steel Gladius with the propylene hilt. And I really do like these. They're really cool. Mine came with like a little imperfection, but it's alright. It's kind of bent right here. But that's just due to the testing, because they do test each and every one of these that they do. And this is a Falcata right here. And I do like this one as well. This one is also from Cold Steel. For the amount of money, these are really awesome weapons. I would really like to get some of the more expensive ones, but you know, I haven't really had the ability to buy one because they're quite expensive. Because I would want to get a really good one, right, Jack? I wouldn't want to get like a really cheap one. The thing about weapons is you want them handcrafted and you want them to be expensive. If they're expensive, they're one of the only things where expensive does actually matter for one of these products, for these products. The more expensive they are, the most likely they are going to be good. And that's my experience anyways with it. I'm a blacksmith. I have smithed some of my own stuff, like tools and everything. I'm going to go show you guys a few more things. Forgot to close the door there, chat. Now, I actually smithed these myself, and they're pretty awesome. I really love the pattern that I got up with here. Now, I did this just to learn, so I did this on a power hammer along with a gas forge, a propane forge, and they're really actually quite nice. I learned everything about how to make them. This was just another piece I took off of that one. I essentially just broke it in half and just made another one. This one's more like a letter opener, but you know, it was all about the experience. That's all that really matters. This one's kind of a bit dull. It does need to be shined up some. Needs another little acid bath to bring out the pattern a little bit more. And you can tell, like, the pattern is different, even though these are the same piece of metal, they're actually different. You can never replicate the same thing ever again when you do it this way. Just simply because when you're folding metal together, and depending on how you do it, it's just going to come out different and unique every single time. That's just how it is. Unless you're just using, you know, just stainless or whatever, then it's just stainless. But I also put even the cross guard on here. I even shaped the handle here. This is actually cherry wood right here. It's pretty expensive kind of wood here. And this is just brass. And essentially what we did was we made we cut leather in here, so you can't really see it all that much, but it's in there. It's right up under here, and it fits perfectly to here, to where you can't see it. And then we glued it up onto the brass. So essentially we have this on the inside, and then you slide it in through here. You have to hollow it out just enough, and then you have to glue it, cement it in. And it'll never come out. It'll never happen unless you break the hilt itself. But I've also made my own tools, and I would love to actually do a smithing stream, but there's no way that'll happen. We live in an HOA, and that's just never going to happen. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, we're just kind of cooling off right now, Chad. Any questions about anything? Nothing? Nothing, Chad? All right. So I think what we're going to do here, chat, is we're going to do one more round here, and then another break, because we don't want to get too tired for when we go outside. And then we'll just go outside. All right. And actually, what I'm going to do here, chat, is I'm going to take the weight down, because we don't need to have the weight up so high. You've already done quite a bit. So we're going to half the weight. Still a bit heavy, but that's alright. Back to one more round with this, chat, and then we'll go outside. Alright, chat. Another break here, and then we will head down. Now, when we head down, I'm going to put the BRB screen on, and then we'll come back. Alright, chat? Because essentially what I'm going to do, Chad, is I'm going to put stuff away, and then I'm going to bring this down. That's what's going to happen. Any questions, chat? You've been awful quiet. So some of the animes that I used to watch while doing all of this every day was Scribe, because I love Cosma and the fights in there are so good. I actually really like Scribe. I think it's a great anime, but it's not for everybody. It is a very tragic show. Nothing very good happens in it. Especially with characters' backstories. Yeah, that's quite tragic. All of it. I mean, really. And of course, there's the whole, slavery thing that they end up doing. Like turning people into mindless slaves that they could use, which is not good. But then I also would watch Kenichi's Mightiest Disciple. That's a great anime if you haven't seen it. And that one definitely gets you pumped because when you see him training, it makes you want to train even harder. It really does. I mean, at least it did for me, Chad. I love Kenichi. It's got great comedy, great action, and it's just a fun anime to watch. It really is. But in general, I tried to stick to, more training or combat-oriented animes when I was doing this, chat. Because, it's more fun that way, I think. Alright, we're still cooling down here, chat, because it is quite hot. Not only in this room, but it's also going to be really hot outside as well. So we got to drink our water. In fact, I'm probably going to have to get more. Alright, chat. We're going to go ahead and move down there. So BRB, and I'll move you guys down outside and put all this stuff away. It won't take very long. Just bear with me, chat. And we will be back up and running.